Juana, eh, Juana, eh, Juana, Joa, eh. Minamanda, she come on.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a while, y'all. Like, oh my gosh.
Minute. So long, farewell to you, my friend. So long, farewell. I don't know the rest of the words.
Do y'all like our singing? Do y'all think we should have an album?
The singing is impeccable.
Yes or no?
Comment down below.
Yeah, let us know.
GP
You want to
album.
keep hearing us sing or whatever.
Period.
Probably like these singing bandits.
Right.
No, for
We
real.
always singing about something. But nah, it's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2
crazy.
weeks.
What's the either funniest or craziest thing that happened while we was separated?
Good question.
Zell, you too.
Yeah, I copy. Yeah. we gonna keep that as a little secret.
But yeah,
Like,
no, but yeah, what's the funniest or craziest thing that's happened to y'all during the break?
Good question.
What's been funny? What's been a key?
Little Kiki.
Y'all had nothing. Just excited.
You go.
Right, you go. You try to tell us.
Okay. It was crazy, more so crazy than funny.
Okay.
I just thought about something.
What?
Okay, so this is not even what I was gonna say, but I always had a dream, right? Martin Luther King. I always had a dream.
All right, Martin Luther King.
I always had a dream that one day I would have a moment somewhere where I would get to sing on a stage. And then when I was finished singing, people would be like, dang, that girl can sing.
I had a dream.
Look, so when my dad came to Atlanta, we went to this karaoke place, not knowing it was a karaoke place. And then I had went to sing, and everyone was like, dang, you can sing.
What are you singing?
What are you singing?
Love by Keisha Cole.
Oh, love.
She was in her bed.
But no, I think I was
missing.
yeah.
But I knew once we started kissing,
Yeah.
I found you. Now you gone. What am I gonna do?
Hey.
So empty,
What?
my heart, my soul can't go on. Go on without you.
Yeah. Okay.
My rainy days fade away.
What
when
they do?
When you're out, please tell me, baby.
Tell them.
Why it goes so far away. Now you gone. I'm not gonna do the rest. Y'all gotta pay for that.
Y'all funny.
What made you choose that song?
Because they was doing like good 2000 songs. You know, that Lauryn Hill and stuff. So I was like, okay, that's the vibe of everyone. So I was like, okay, let me do Keisha Cole.
Okay.
And it was a vibe or whatever. And it was so funny. So afterwards, my dad was like, oh my gosh, you did really good. And you know, he'll never give a compliment. So that's how you know, like, it's really good.
Yo.
But he was like, that was really good. He was like, I am so surprised. But it was like,
Yo.
but it was just so funny. But it was funny because I had just got out of my head, and I was just like enjoying myself. But it was cool. So that was like something cool that happened, or just like a funny entertainment moment.
Okay.
And then I say something crazy. This is originally what I was gonna say. There was this man I met at the gas station. I had went to. Dang, there is actually stuff that happened. I remember I told y'all about the party too, the Christian party I went to, and it was cool being there and like having people like recognize like, oh, you do the podcast and stuff like that. That was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
But afterwards, I went to the gas station. There was this old man there, and he was like,
What's all that movement back there?
Like, but he was like, you so funny, bro. Afterwards he was like, I saw him at the gas station. He was like, you're so pretty, let me get you some gas. I was like, okay,
free gas.
Exactly. I was like, okay, sure, whatever, that's cool, whatever. And so then he had got some gas for me, and then after we just talking and stuff, and he's telling me about what he does in life. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm talking to him about what I do in life. This man is old, like old enough to be my granddad.
We was on the phone.
No, we wasn't on the phone. We was on the phone, but he's old enough to be my granddad. And so then he's like,
oh heck,
so
no.
like, but we're just having a conversation. So he's like, I really want to be a blessing to you. He was like, you need anything? And then I was just like, nah.
Well, since you're speaking, this drop I want to do.
No, for real. I was just like, nah, I'm good. And he was like, you sure? I really feel like I should be a blessing to you. But this is not something that's like, that I don't hear often. I hear people say that to me often. So I'm just like, okay, sure. So I had gave him my number. And then I was like, well, if you want to help me, you know, I just had something happen to my car. Like, you can fix it. And he was like, okay. And so I'm like, okay, cool. So then later, he calls me on some freaky stuff. He calls me on some real freaky stuff. Rated R. Can't even say it on the podcast.
He sweat.
But he calls me on some freaky stuff. And I was just like, sir, you got the wrong one.
Oh, no.
And he starts telling me like how he has the best sex in the world and how every girl should experience his sex. And I'm just thinking,
Case?
what? Like,
That is a case.
Literally. And so he's just saying all this stuff, and then he was just like, but I'm gonna be he was like, I'm gonna be patient, because I'm telling him, no, like, that's not about to happen. He's like, I'm gonna be patient, I could wait a year or two. He was like, eventually, like, you gonna want it. And I'm like, sir, no. He was like, just imagine, I'll take you on trips, I'll take you shopping, I'll give you money for your endeavors, I'll pay your mortgage.
Endeavors.
I'll do He's saying all of this, and I'm just like, no,
This is not.
and
that.
so then I was just like, I have to get off the phone. This was like a couple minutes.
The fact that you sat there listening.
This is like probably a 4-minute conversation. I was like, okay, I have to get off the phone. Then I blocked them.
She'll be like, well, can you pick up our car first?
No, for real, look. And so then the next day, I keep getting a call from a random number. And I just didn't answer. I don't answer random numbers, but it was calls all day. Then I finally answered, and I'm like, hello. And then she was like, it was a lady. She was like, hey, do you know, we're going to call him KC. I'm not going to put this man information out there. She was like, do you know KC? And I was like, oh, I met him at the gas station. I blocked him. She was like, well, that was my husband. Da, 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 da. And then she was like, do you know how old he is? Or she asked me how old I was. I said 24. She was like, you know, our oldest daughter is 41. And then she was like, he is an old man. And she was like, what's your name? I was like, Jada. She said, you know, our oldest daughter name is Jada. And she's just like saying all this stuff. She was like, and my husband just had sex with another woman on Thursday, and then he's trying to have sex with you on Saturday. And I was just like, well, lady, that was never going to happen. So yeah. But she's saying all of this stuff, and then I was just like, lady, he had the wrong one. I just got baptized today. So I was just like, literally, I was like, that's not even me. I was like, I don't want no sugar daddy. I don't want none of that. I was like, she was like, well, yeah, like, my husband, I'm praying that he gets delivered from it. But she was like, we're Christians, and he just keep having sex with other women. And I'm just thinking, like, why do you stay? And I asked her, and she was like, well, because that's what love is. Like, love is patient. Love holds no records of wrongdoings. Love, trust. But I'm just thinking, like, okay, now.
She need to play Love is Blind.
Like, for real. I'm just like, I get it, but no. The fact that you know that your husband is going out having sex with all these other women. But then she was like, I really like you. There's something about you. She said, she texted me later and said, can I be your spiritual mother? Or maybe we could be sisters. And I'm just like, lady, this is weird.
She said, I'm coming to you as a woman.
But that was some crazy stuff that happened.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Like,
That's
for
crazy.
real.
Did you block him?
Yeah, I blocked him. My
And her?
mom was like, block his wife too.
Yeah. Did you?
No, she haven't hit me up. I didn't think she would, but
You could have let him spend, pay the bills.
But see, you know what? Okay. Now I gotta bring up God, because this is what that moment showed me. So I told y'all, you know, before, like, was depressed for a while and stuff just was going wrong, going bad. And for a split second, I thought, should I just take this money and block him? And then I was like, how much do you really trust God? I was like, God would not want you to do stuff that doesn't align with his will in order to get some money. I was like, how much do you really trust God if you are willing to go and do something that goes against your morals? Even the idea of just taking something from somebody, making them think they're going to get something, and then taking something from somebody and blocking them. You know, like, that goes against your morals.
It's like a test.
Exactly. So it's like, this shows how much you trust God. Are you going to put more trust in a man who clearly does not align with anything God wants for you? You're going to put more trust in a man than you will in God just because stuff is hard right now? And I was just like, heck no. And literally right after that, everything in my life has honestly done a 360. Like, life has been great. Like, I've been telling y'all about that, but like, money has been good. Like, everything has been good. And so it's just like, you never know. Probably stuff could have ended up not going good if I decided to take that money from that man, you know?
I'm glad you followed your conscience instead of being like, well, it's just one time.
Yeah.
That one time gonna turn to something else, then it's gonna, you gotta be working for
I'm not
that
a
money.
city girl.
And you never know, like, one thing could lead after another. So you never know if you let him pay for your car, boom. You never know, like, you just never know how things could go.
Exactly.
Find out your name. Then start finding out
he kept asking me my last name. Like, he asked me my last name. Kept trying to get my last name at the gas station. Then when he called me, he was like, he asked me like twice on the phone, like, you still haven't given me your last name yet. And it's just like, why do you need my last name? But even like his wife had told me they stayed by me. Well, she didn't say that they stayed by me, but
wait, how do they know?
So we were at a gas station by my house. He said, and then she was like, when I was on the phone, she said, did you meet him at the racetrack? And I was like, the racetrack gas station. And I was like, yeah.
How does she know that?
That's where he goes to get women.
What?
And so, but that racetrack is like, even though I'm about to move, that's like a minute or two, well, like a few minutes from where I stay. And so she was like, yeah, that's where we stay. Like, we stay by that racetrack, And he always goes there to get the women that he has sex with. And so even just thinking like, okay, I try and take his money, I could still possibly run into him, at least while I'm still living over there, because he stays in that area. So it's just like, oh, and then he called me from another number. I forgot that. He leaves me a voicemail. Y'all want to hear it?
The voicemail?
Play it.
Will we get in trouble?
Nah.
So he,
Question mark?
bro, he
We could
calls.
auto-tune his voice.
He calls me.
I'ma buy you a drink.
He calls me after I block him. Bro, what number?
It's a little interesting. Them
Like,
2 weeks
bro, this
did
is
a little
so
song, put a little
crazy.
kick in the.
Bro, what day was that party?
I remember. Hold
After
up.
the Christian party is crazy.
No, for real. I'm trying to think what day that was.
It was trying to have you tempted in there.
Literally, bro. He leaves me a voicemail. I started to get so freaking scared because I'm like, what the heck? Why is this a man calling
Do
me?
y'all both of y'all, do y'all be having tasers and stuff with y'all or not?
No, but I need to. Hey y'all, what's up? I know you're enjoying the episode, but real quick, we wanted to take a second to talk to y'all.
Hey, pull out your phones right now and text the word GP Crew to the number down below. Let's get it.
Go do that right now. You're going to get updates about new drops, events, and so much more.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let me get back behind the camera. Let's get it. Yeah,
Y'all need to.
Oh, he called from I think a caller ID. Let me see.
It's a lesson though, for real. If you don't got nothing with you.
It's like that, huh? You put me on block. This Carter, the guy that got you the gas that night. But it's all good, mommy. Enjoy your life. Peace.
Oh, he mad.
He called me mad.
Really, Jada? It's like that, huh? You put me on block. This Carter, the guy that got you the gas that night. But it's all good, mommy. Enjoy your life. Peace.
Not enjoy your life. Like, you
Hey,
been
that's
for
cool,
a few
mommy.
years.
Hey.
Bro, I was just like,
He's acting like you owe him or something.
Exactly.
Boy, you came up to me.
literally, we talked for, when you include the talk from the gas station and maybe the talk on the phone, it was probably a total of 10 minutes. Why are you acting like this?
And how old was he?
He was old, like around 70.
Oh, yeah.
70?
Yes, he's old.
Sir, Go home to your wife.
Exactly.
Your wife making dinner.
Exactly.
That's
crazy.
wild.
That's something that crazy that
At
has
70, bro.
Like, bro.
70?
Close
He was
to
trying
it.
to.
Bro,
Like, why do you still got motion in your ocean? Like, come on now.
Them things is powder.
Like, why is you still out here trying to have sex? Like,
My boy
with
said,
a 24-year-old.
thank you. And your child is old enough to be my mom. Like, come on now.
yo,
That's weird.
my boy was hot and ready trying to get
But
him
even
some
the
young
wife
clappers.
said, she was like, even the wife said it. She was like, yeah, my husband, he really believes that he just has the best sex in the world. And he feels like every woman needs to experience his sex. Like, bruh, how cocky are you to be 70 and thinking that you got it like
You
that?
can be cocky, but not that cocky.
Come on.
That's like
you got a wife.
different
That's the
level.
only person that should be experiencing your sex.
Throw her up in the air.
Why are you
and
trying
spin
to
her
get
around at
women
70.
from the gas station? She said he goes.
Wait a minute.
Spin her around at 70
Exactly.
in the room.
Like-
Like, you sweat with her.
Come on, like, why are you still? You clearly go to the same gas station all the time to pick up girls, to pick up women.
She should
Why?
be right out there standing like this.
Like, come
What you
on.
doing?
Oh, and then look, the wife was like, when she saw my number in his phone and saw that he had texted me, she was like, because he texted me something. I had deleted it, so I don't even know what it texted. But she was like, he sent you a message saying, thank you for allowing me to just be in your space or something. And then she was like, he told me that you were like an older woman in your 30s or 40s and that you had all your kids just left and went to college and that you were just struggling and he just saw that you needed help with gas, so that's why he got your number. I was like, ma'am, I don't got no kids. I was like, that is not me. I was like, that man lied.
I just got out of college.
Exactly. Like, that is wild.
Crazy.
That is wild. He gonna see this and be like, there she go.
I do that. Yeah, I do that. Like,
For real.
sir,
Hopefully,
do not
you
come
see
after
this.
me.
He's too old to know how
Hopefully
to use
his-
YouTube.
Like, come on. That is crazy.
40-year-old daughter,
Like, come on now.
kids.
Focus on your wife and kids. And that
Right.
woman, I would never. I get that she's younger than him. I think she said she was like.
That's the problem.
She
He
was
probably
like, she's
grooming
50
her.
something. Yeah,
She said she's what?
50 something. But it's just like, or she's like 50 something, maybe 6. No, like 50 something. Yeah,
He gotta
yeah.
be 50. He was probably
Yeah,
grooming
yeah.
her at like 16.
No, for real. And so it's just like, I just feel so bad for her that she really felt like she needed to stay because that's what love is. But I don't know. Everybody's definition of love is different. I still feel like maybe I don't have the best definition of love because I didn't really see a lot of love in my household, like between my family and, or how love is displayed. Not saying people didn't love each other, but how it's displayed, I didn't see that the best examples always. And so I don't even think I have the best example or definition of love, but I don't think that I'm that much of a ride or die to trust that my husband will get delivered at 70 years old from having sex with all these women, unless it's something new. I don't know. And if he's been that way the whole time, heck no. There's no,
That's the thing about being married, bro. It's like you never know how they're gonna turn out.
yeah, for real.
But it's not the fact of you never know. You should see that in the beginning.
That's not always the case.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
That's not always. I've heard situations where everything was cool and they're years into their marriage and something just changes in their spirit. And,
Yeah.
What about talking to their family and stuff?
But that's the thing. Like they change late years later on. Like
Yeah.
they're
They're
the
one
person they
consistent
see,
person,
right?
and then over time they change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So it's like that is the scary part about marriage is not knowing who the person will become. But I think that's why values matter. I feel like for the most part, your values should be pretty consistent throughout your whole life. So it's like, what is your life? What is your morals? What are your beliefs? What is everything built upon? Like, if you don't have good values, then it's really no telling what type of person you're gonna become. If you have terrible values, then you could become anything. You could, and so I think maybe that you could use as like some type of judgment. But
And even having a relationship with God, because
exactly, yeah,
they're not
But there are
holding
men.
themselves. It's like they're not
It has to
it's
be a
like
real
they're held
relationship.
accountable. Exactly. It's like they're held accountable to God. So when they start to fall off track, even though the wife may not be able to tame or whatever the case may be, but their own relationship with God could be like, you need to get back on track. And then they're most likely going to follow because their spirit is dedicated to God. That's why it's important for me to be with somebody who loves God.
Definitely.
Because I'm not going to always be around my significant other. I don't know what you're doing when you go to the gas station.
Exactly.
When you go to the gym, when you go anywhere.
Exactly. And it's like, that's a whole other job for her to have to, talking to her, I could really hear in her voice that she loves God for sure. But talking to her and just hearing how she has to constantly go through his husband's phone or her husband's phones to know like what he's doing with other women. And she was so relieved that I didn't want him. I guess that maybe she doesn't always, that's not always how stuff goes. Maybe she does end up with women who decide to, let me take the money and sleep with this man, you know? And so she was so relieved. She said like, I'm so happy this is something I don't have to deal with. Like he just had sex with another woman a couple days ago. And it's like, I just couldn't stay through that. I don't care if we have grandkids and kids and all of that stuff. I just feel like I wouldn't be happy. And at the end of the day, I feel like my happiness has to come first. I do think after being married to someone for a while, you can like move past cheating maybe like once or twice or something.
Cause it's like, bro, y'all have years together. Y'all families know each other. Y'all have kids together. It's like there's history. So imagine
serial cheating.
Hard, yeah, no, that's crazy. But imagine, like, cheating in general, imagine how hard that is, like, seeing somebody you love and you've built such a rapport with, and they're just doing that. That's crazy.
Because you only know the person in your mind that you met when you first got married and y'all first, And
you keep, as you're in a relationship with someone, in general, we all continue to keep becoming new people. So you may not know that new version that person becomes. Like you don't know what they could become to in a couple seasons from now, and so it's really like, you just gotta hope for the best. Like hope that y'all continue to stay equally yoked. But I don't know, maybe you see the red flags too. Like, I feel like a person just doesn't go from being absolutely faithful to being a serial cheater without there being red flags. That's what I feel like it has to be some stuff that's like kind of obvious to let you know that there's a problem. And then if you do notice those red flags, maybe you could go to counseling or something.
Counseling, talk about it.
But then what if they don't want to do that?
If they don't want to do it, then
that's crazy.
We're not married, so we don't know what that because it's the
well, Zell, you married.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I mean, I feel like it just depends on what the situation is. If you don't feel comfortable in a relationship, I mean, I think divorce might be a good thing. Like you should deserve to be happy. Just be with somebody who makes you happy, even if that means getting a divorce and moving on.
So if you married for 20 years and you got kids, no grandkids, let's just say you got kids, and then a person cheats, how do you feel that should be handled? Like, you feel like you would stay?
It just depends on the situation.
I feel like honestly, we've been together 20 years and you cheated one time, I'll stay.
Yeah, because it's different.
I'll stay.
Let's go around the room. Let's see.
But I feel like, I don't know. I'm forgiving me.
Don't say that on camera.
Right. This was you?
No.
Remember you said this? I got my warning.
This is not like, we're dating, or this is not you my boyfriend.
You're gonna be like,
this is not, we've been married for a year.
Go to episode 19.
Literally.
Remember when you said this at step 21?
I get one more chance, baby. I get one more chance.
That's crazy, but nah. But if y'all see a 70-year-old man trying to dump that thing in you at racetrack, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get your bags.
Run away, unless you're trying to get your mortgage paid and your endeavors, and your trips and your shopping. But I just feel like,
if you trying to be like Destiny Child and get your bills paid, go ahead.
Would y'all ever have like a sugar daddy or sugar mama?
So
where you going?
Look, so
what you on?
Hold on. Too much to be chip.
Look, when I first
don't forget out here now.
You would have a sugar mama?
Be honest.
I'm too independent. I'm gonna want to.
Okay, yeah.
I feel that. When I first got to Atlanta at school, I remember my dorm girls were talking about like signing up for like this sugar baby app. And it was where it was like, and I did it, yo. This is like I don't know, God, Jada.
Hold on, you what?
I signed up for the app, but I didn't.
Tell us more.
They were like, I remember.
I need my college tuition paid.
No, bro, look, I was there for school on my own. But I was thinking about it. I was so stupid though. I'm like, so you make a profile. I'm not knowing you're supposed to make a fake profile, like a fake name, fake interest. I'm like, I'm Jada Ellis. Yes, I'm Jada Ellis.
Clark University.
Say it again. Say what was it? Clark University.
Clark University. Houston Hottie.
Bro, I did not know you were supposed to make a fake profile. But I remember it was this one girl in my dorm. She said there are some people in there you can just get away with like feet pics. So I said, okay, I could do that.
Did people in your campus find out it was you?
I never did it.
Oh, okay.
I deleted that thing.
Okay, good.
But I thought about it because I really wanted my tuition paid for. I opened the app or downloaded the app, set up an account, and then I just deleted it. But then I was like, I should have deleted my information. I deleted the app, but not the account. I was like, I should have deleted the information too off of there. I was like, what if somebody get on there that know me? And yeah,
Jada is a safe city girl. Yo, but nah, how's your 2 weeks been?
My 2 weeks has been good. I feel like my creativity has been refreshed.
Yes.
I've been feeling like I've been in a creative slump recently.
Yeah.
But now I feel like I'm having good ideas back to back.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I feel like different environments bring different sides of me out.
For sure.
It's so weird. Like
For sure.
when I was in my townhouse, that's when I noticed I have the gift of, what was it? No, when I moved to my aunt's house, I realized I had the gift of like speaking because I started doing videos. But then I moved back to my townhouse, and then I realized I have like a creative mind. And then I moved to my house in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I noticed that I'm just, what was the one in North Carolina? I forgot. But different environments bring different stuff out of me. So, yeah.
I feel that. That's
what else
good,
do you got that you've been working on? It's from the last episode we talked about.
My drive.
Yes.
Wise label.
So I'm really excited about that. I take my clothes into the screen printing company tomorrow. So start that motion. And I'm glad because I've been really procrastinating. So I'm glad that I'm actually doing it now.
We're going to all be sitting here with Wise.
No, I was about to say, we got to all have the Wise label.
When you drop, that got to be the episode where we have all Wise.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's going to be hard.
I got a question for you, Yanni. What's your strategy with the clothes? Like, what do you
like my rollout?
Yeah, like guerrilla marketing, maybe a little bit of ads.
I do want to
like
start doing that.
Yeah.
Not this time, but going crazy with content. I have some visuals I want to do, like in video form. Normally, I like to bring my concept out in pictures, but this time I'm doing it in video, so that's different for me.
Okay.
So yeah,
You're doing just what kind of release are you doing? Just tops?
shirts and crew necks.
Okay.
That'll be nice.
Normally, at first I was just gonna do shirts, but my friend texted me. He was like, "I wear hoodies," and I'm like, I could do hoodies, and then I tried to put the design on a crew neck, and I'm like, oh, I really like the way this looks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me do a crew neck, and nobody's really dropping crew necks. Like that's different.
Sure. What's been your hardest, process throughout it?
I don't think I ran into anything yet.
Not yet.
Gotcha.
Not yet.
I seen that you doing more content with it. As far as
oh yeah, I seen the
actually getting behind the scenes of this drop.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something new I'm doing too.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Runzel Teague. I'm the proud producer, host, and engineer of the Growing Painz podcast. Right now, I want to tell you about our sponsorship ad packages. The reason that we decided to do these packages is because we want to support you. Whether you have a business, a hoodie, a jacket, a wig, whatever you want to do, you want to put your business or service on our platform, we're allowing you to do that. All you got to do is hit the link below and send us an email, and we'll get right back to you, all right? And let me get back behind the camera to producing this show. Let's get it.
Behind the scenes, because I normally don't do that. So I want to document, the whole process.
Like that helped me so much with like just selling clothes, just making a story.
Yeah, because people like seeing the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
sure. Or even just seeing how far you come each year.
Exactly.
Seeing, oh snap! At this year I was here, or I challenged with this. I faced this problem. So yeah, that's definitely good. Yeah, for sure.
What about you?
My week. My 2 weeks, I said I missed 2 weeks out, and it is not for real. But I feel rejuvenated. I definitely needed that break.
Yeah,
it just felt for me. I'm realizing that if I get in the same rotation of things, I start to get bored, and that's with anything. So I have to move around, do something else, try something new. Even when I got back here, I was I went ahead and tried some food, and I was just saying to myself, I'm tired.
Try something different.
Yeah, I'm tired of trying. Getting fries and
chicken
tenders. Chicken tenders. Try something new on the menu. Get something else. Get a different drink. You don't got to get strawberry lemonade.
No, for
all that
real.
stuff. So I was like, let me try something different. But yeah, that's what I realized is I just needed that break because it felt like a never ending cycle. I was trying not to say like, but it felt like a never ending cycle. And I was just saying to myself, I really need this break. So when I did that, I was hardly texting anybody. You had texted me. I was barely answering. I was just in my own zone, just enjoying my time. It was that resort in Jamaica, because I went to Jamaica, and that resort was trash, bro. That resort was booty. Ocean Spring, bro, don't go there. And I'm putting y'all out. Y'all did me dirty.
Not an ad.
It was just, the room was outdated. And then it was two
cats. It looked
like
1952 in that room.
Yeah, and then it was 2 cats running around, millie rocking on the resort. Like, they was just doing anything.
You need the cats to kill the rats.
Nah.
That's why they had it on there.
That's what we said. We said they probably had it on there for that reason. And then it was the hallway. It had no windows. It was an outside hallway, so it was moths and flies and...
Wait, so it's an outside hallway with no windows?
No windows, no nothing. Crazy. It was just
Did y'all
outside.
look at the reviews before y'all bought it?
That's the thing. My family, they did not tell us where we were going. All the people our age, they didn't tell us where we were going until the day of.
Yeah, because I know you would have did your research.
Exactly.
I would have looked on TikTok. I would have been in the reviews like, oh, they said this.
Right.
So we didn't even know. And my mom and my cousin mom, they didn't even know neither where we were going until the last minute, which... I'm not gonna put y'all out there, but how y'all don't know where y'all going?
No, for real.
That's crazy.
Because if I would have seen it, I would have definitely been like, we can't stay here.
Right.
And yeah, so everything, it was cool though. It was a great time. One thing I can say is that's the first time in a long time that I actually took time to myself to just have a break and not be so focused on ripping and running. Oh, I got to do this. I got to meet this goal. I got to achieve this, meet this deadline.
Yeah.
So I was having a lot of fun. We had gotten the pool. It was a man. He had a suit on in the pool.
I seen that.
That was crazy.
I seen that.
He was bringing the fruit around with a full suit on, and I think he had dress shoes. He was bugging.
That's crazy.
That was wild. He was walking in there.
And he worked for the beach? I mean, for the resort?
He worked for the resort, and he had fruit with a suit on, a bow and tie. That was crazy.
That's different.
That was wild. So we had that. They had the cats. Bro, the food was top trash. Top trash, bro. They had beef patties, and the beef patties it looked like these little chicken nuggets. Oh, that's crazy, bro. When I tell you I was
appetizers.
Right. Appetizer. I have it in my phone. That was crazy. They didn't have no meat in there, no nothing, bro. Ocean Spring.
That's crazy. That was probably the most thing you've been looking forward to eating.
The most thing, jerk chicken. I'm not supposed to be eating chicken, but I tried it, and the jerk chicken was trash too. Look at this thing, the beef patties. The jerk is not small.
One bite.
It's barely any beef in there.
Yeah, then they put some sauce on it. Then it was just a lot going on.
It's just patty.
It was just a lot going on. They had a bowling alley. They had the thing. I don't know if y'all ever been on a cruise, but the kids. You know how they have like the kids club. They had those. That was more. We didn't. Why were we going there? So we went bowling.
They had a cruise there?
No.
Okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so they had the kids club like a cruise
Okay, that's
ship.
cool.
So yeah, they had that. What did we do? I had slept in until like 2 p.m. That felt good because I didn't have to really do much. I think that's the main thing when you're creative is you gotta take breaks, because if you don't, your mind is gonna be ripping and running, and you're gonna be drained and tired. So I feel really rejuvenated, really good. I want to get back and just grind now. Not grind to the point where I get back to that point, but grind to the point where I can take breaks and I can move around.
So what's your plan for that?
My plan for that? Last episode we talked about having a business coach, so I'm getting a business coach.
But I mean, as far as you taking your breaks, like
taking a breaks,
yeah.
I would say doing little stuff. Probably just sitting outside thinking. I like doing that. Like I like sitting outside, just getting time to myself. What else? Taking time to walk. I actually do like to work out. It's just I really don't be making the time for it. So if I can do that, work out and do all that stuff, I feel as though that'll be good. Working out, reading. I really like reading. I said this. Sometimes I'll be lost for words on what to say, but when I read, my vocabulary is back. It expands again. So reading and stuff.
I feel that as far as me thinking. Like when I read, I realize I have more ideas, you know?
Yeah, it'd be hard for me to, do it ever be hard for y'all to put the words together of sometimes, what to say? Yeah. So when I read, it just sparks my mind again to figure out what to say. Yeah. And so, I would definitely read, work out. What else? Spend time with family, because that was the main thing that really felt good, is just spending time with family. Being in the pool all day till your fingers get soggy. All wrinkly and soggy. So I would do those things, just really taking time to be me and not focus on everybody else and prioritize everybody else. And that's why before I left, I was saying to myself, something got to change for real. Something has to be different. If you're approaching things the same way, you're gonna get the same exact result. So it's not gonna change, and then you're gonna go crazy just thinking about doing something different. So Jamaica was lit. I had a great time. It was.
Is that your first time getting out the country?
No. You know,
Trey said, "Heck no."
I never been out the country before.
Growing Painz out the country. We should do that.
Nah, for sure.
Oh, we did the ATVs. Only thing is, it was kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie.
Where was on the resort?
Yeah. No, it wasn't on the resort. It was outside of the resort. Okay. And we barely made any stops. I wanted to try the KFC, and that was risky because I don't eat KFC. So to eat KFC outside the country, that's even more.
Definitely.
But they were saying they had some jerk chicken in KFC, so I wanted to try that. But we didn't get to that. The ATVs, it was boring because we had to keep stopping because somebody 4-wheeler wasn't going. But I wanted to do the horses and all of that, but we didn't get to that. But that
sounds fun.
Real quick question: Would you rather save money on the room and put money into the excursions, or have a nice room and kind of mingle around? You get what I'm saying?
I'd rather make more money. Okay, that way I can have a great
experience.
I want big bang, take a little bang. You feel me? That's what I was thinking when I was looking at the resort and stuff. I'm like, dang, I want to make more money because I could have been on a better resort. You know, then I could possibly. I'm not gonna say that because they gonna pull up this video and be like, remember when you said this? I was gonna be like, I could help my family. We could go get a better resort and all that. I could pay for it. But
a resort with no cats.
We're not claiming that yet. Not yet.
I want to do that one day.
What?
No, like just taking a trip across the country and just taking my family. Yeah. And we all do that. You know, that would be cool.
I want to be in London. I'm in London. I like to go and show the ball.
That's all I know.
That's the only word.
London pictures be looking so aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
I'd be taking pictures.
I hear it's dirty though.
Yeah, they said the Eiffel Tower stink.
Yeah.
Wow. Smell like bounce that booty.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I heard it's like New York, like dirty like New York.
Nah, New York is dirty.
That's what they say.
I seen the TikTok. They had the trash
Ice Spice. Oh.
Yeah, Ice Spice. Yeah, she said that. I saw
that. She said she was like, she was in London. She was like, I like it here. It remind me of home. She was like, I think today was trash day or something.
I saw that. That's crazy. And then I saw on TikTok where they had the trashes falling over all that. That's ghetto.
No offense to our London viewers.
No offense to the
we love y'all.
We love y'all.
GP meetup coming soon in London.
Period.
I don't know about that.
Trey got the bank account. He gonna pay for everything.
Right, he gonna pay.
Nani got the bank account. Yeah, got the bank account. She got them jeans she about to sell.
Right.
Period.
Gotta hit a mill.
Lily.
About to hit a mill. Literally. Hey, yo. But not Zell. How's your...
Ooh.
There you go.
We should do for... Okay, when we start doing GP merch, we should put stuff that we say on the shirts. Literally.
So smart.
What do everybody else be saying? We know Jada say literally. Or she'd be like, no, I feel like. What do you be saying?
What do I say?
Praise God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Praise God.
No, for real.
What going? Zell be like manyan.
Yeah,
Be like
Yes.
manyan. And then I forget what I be saying. I be saying.
You should have a shirt with the clapping hands.
Yo, facts. That's my signature move.
No,
The
for
pictures
real.
in Jamaica, I tried to switch it up.
No,
Yo,
for real.
but nah.
Zell.
Man, honestly, this last 2 weeks been pretty cool. My brother is in football, so it's like
Okay.
That was
Trainer.
yeah, it's a little different because like he didn't grow up playing recreational sports, so it's like it's weird. It's weird, you know, like teaching him the very basic skills.
Yeah.
But you know, it's been dope. It's been dope being like
That's
the
cool.
father figure, something new.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, just same old stuff. Just working hard, trying to figure out how to delegate this editing task.
Yes.
And,
Y'all email us.
Yeah, for real.
No,
You gonna get a
for
bunch
real.
of emails.
I got some news. I'm not gonna announce it right now, but I got some
Big news or whatever.
Big But yeah, other than that, man, the 2 weeks been smooth. Just really taking one day at a time.
Something.
You know,
feel that.
being an adult is adulting.
Nah, for sure.
It's been smooth.
That part. I'll say. Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say y'all said the productive side of y'all 2 weeks. I'll say the productive side of my 2 weeks. I launched my course.
Okay, course.
You know. But I'm so happy I finally put that out because I have been working on it for 8 months, and it's like I had all the footage recorded, but it was so. One of my classes, just one class, is 24 hours long. Like a short class is 24 hours. I had 5 courses and then 6 technique videos, which are like about 2 hours each for the technique videos. So that's a lot of footage to go through and edit on iMovie.
You gotta upgrade.
We gotta update Jada because she on iMovie.
I'm not an editor, bro. So
Gotta figure it out.
About giving it to like a freelancer.
I did, but it's like how I just was thinking, how are they gonna know what are the important parts to keep?
Yeah, that's true.
Like as far as the teaching, like what's the parts that they could just fast forward through? Because I don't. It's not like I wanted to cut stuff out because they do need to see everything,
Yeah.
but some stuff can just be sped up. Some stuff can
I
just
see.
like be normal. So that's why I procrastinated so long on editing that course.
What'd you say?
It's 8 months. Yeah,
yeah,
I spent the
dang.
whole 8 months. Like I think I was done recording like in October. I just done had the footage and it just was a lot to get myself. When we was at the Airbnb, I was still working on it then. And so I've been taking so long to get the editing done. But then I was like, okay, I have to have seeds for God to bless, right? And so I was like, when I finally was just like, all right, let me turn my life around, get everything together. I was like, let me let this be one of the seeds that I plant, and let that be blessed. And so I did that. Made like 3,000 in the first couple hours, and I was like,
Oh, let me hold it down.
And she paying for the trip.
And so I've been getting like it's been cool, like having people in different countries reach out telling me like, oh, they're gonna buy the course, and it just made me realize like, dang, I really have a global brand. Like Jael will be global, but my sewing company is literally already global. And so I was just like, wow, that's so cool that I'm teaching people all over the world. That's
that'd
really
be the
dope.
Best feeling,
Like,
knowing
for
somebody
real.
in another country is supporting you.
Make
Like,
an impact.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that was cool. And even just stuff with clients. I remember telling y'all I had people who hadn't paid me. They've been paying me my money, like everything has just been
about that on our
like everything has just been like coming together, and it was so cool because really it all happened after I got baptized, and I remember at that service, I was crying because he said, your last 3 months have been, he was saying your last 3 months, the people who like last 3 months have been terrible. Your next 3 months are about to be the best 3 months. And I was like, that was for me. I was like, I don't know if that was for anybody else at this church, but I know that was for me. And literally, like, after that, then the whole sugar daddy thing happened. But then after that, everything just started to turn around.
The enemy really tried to throw that in your life.
Like, for real.
He thought she was gonna grab that.
Exactly. Heck no.
I'm so glad you did it.
No, for real. Heck no. And so, yeah, everything has just been good. Like, just new opportunities, money coming my way. And now that I'm getting money coming my way, and even before that, I was already in a better place mentally before the money started coming. And so once I decided, okay, let me take care of myself again. Like, let me start going deeper with God. Let me start just taking care of Jada. It was like I was already good mentally, emotionally, for like probably a good couple of days, and then everything else in my life started to align after that. And so it just shows the importance of like taking care of your mind, for real. Like, everything flows from your mind, I feel like. And so that it was like has been really productive. And I didn't get to do everything that we said to end the month off, because I didn't start making money till the last day of the month. But now I'm able to I've been able to like make a lot more progress towards my launch and everything. So I'm excited. Like, stuff has definitely been really good. That's the highs and lows of entrepreneurship, though. Like, you can be
all the way up,
for real.
Next minute you all the way down.
Exactly.
Falling on your face.
And that's why I feel like everybody don't need to be an entrepreneur.
For sure.
Everybody, this is not built. You got to be
You
built
not
different
built for this, twin.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you're gonna be outside on the ground.
Literally, you got to be able to handle this.
You're gonna have one sock, one hole in your sock. Keep playing.
And that's why I say, I feel like that's why they say personal development is important when you're an entrepreneur.
And we're heavy on that.
Yeah, because everything you do as an entrepreneur comes from your personal development. If you're not well disciplined, that's going to affect your business. If you're not able to push through hard times and have a positive mindset, then when bad things happen in your business, boom, business done.
Definitely.
Sure.
I do want to say something. A lot of people like think that being an entrepreneur is sweet, but some people really need a 9-to-5.
For sure.
Like, I know a lot of people think that like being an entrepreneur is dope, but having a 9-to-5, having a solid income, like, it's
For
needed.
sure.
Bruh.
Or even sometimes, because even for me, when I first graduated, I was playing around. I thought, now that I graduated, I could just wake up whenever I want. I could do whatever I want. Then it started hitting like, oh no, you can't. When I'm at Dave and he calling me at 9 a.m. and it's 10 o'clock and you didn't answer, it's like, nah, you can't do that, because if you was at a job or if you had to go to school. And it's crazy how your mind work when you sleep. But when I gotta get up for myself, sometimes I'll hit the alarm button, the snooze button.
But when you know you gotta do it for something else, a flight, like, I'll get up at 4 a.m. for a flight. Be ready. Literally.
You get up, it's just crazy how your mind works. And I had that mindset shift when I graduated of, nah, you can't play around. You gotta stay disciplined. You gotta get up every single morning and attack the day. And that way you can be able to, you shouldn't be waking up at 1 p.m. and now your whole day going. The morning was the head start. That's where you get the whole thing done at.
Or if you are waking up at 1, it's because you worked all night.
Yeah, that needs to be the only reason. The only reason.
Something else y'all have made me think about. I didn't tell y'all this. I told somebody this. I was telling somebody about y'all. But during this whole 2-week break, I'd like developed a new appreciation for y'all. I was thinking, I really like.
Every kiss begins with pain.
I was like, I really appreciate y'all. Even I was thinking about how sometimes, like when I was like all down and stuff, like I wouldn't get on the book club just because I was like not in my feelings and stuff. But then even like I've been back on and stuff, and just even like thinking about how like good these are, like that we do this, how beneficial it is, not just because like we can learn from with each other, it's like reading and stuff like that, but the conversations we have. I remember, so we were talking, I think you were talking about your book that you just started. This was the first day you talked about it, I think. And I was telling somebody what you said, like some of the notes that you said from the book. And like I typically our conversations when we talk about our notes from the books, I just be like, wow, like, you know, I gained a lot from that and stuff like that. And so they were like, okay, I told them some of your notes, and they were just like, okay, like that stuff that you already know, like okay. And it's just like sometimes I get that from that point of view, as far as sometimes information you learn, it's not like it's stuff that you've never heard before. It's but also, yes, exactly. And not only that, you have to hear things multiple times. And not saying for you to get it, but you have to be fed something multiple times. If that was the case, you could read your Bible one time and be everything. Good. You never have to read it again. But still, there are people who preach, or even if you're just a Christian that reads their Bible, you will still continue to get new revelations from your word that you didn't get 15 years ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, whatever the case, 30 years ago. You will still continue to get new revelations from that same book. Even like books that I have that I've read more than once, I will get new revelations from those same books.
Videos,
Exactly. And then when it comes to personal development, you grow from things and you learn truly by that thing being planted over and over and over. If something just happens one time, I don't believe that it truly sticks with you. Sure. You have to like when you're in school and you're learning,
that's why we have to for all those years.
Exactly. We have to, when we're learning a new subject or something like that, or a new topic in class, we talk about that same thing multiple times until they feel like, okay, now you're ready for a test, and so that way it can stick with you. You don't ever just hear something one time and it's like, oh, okay, that's it, you know?
Yeah, because it's like, if you think about it, you have all of this stuff that you've learned growing up until where you are now. If you add this amount of information on top of all of that, you're not going to remember.
Exactly.
You have to keep going. You have to meditate on it, keep reading it, rewatch it, so that it can actually register. Because there are some things I know consciously, but subconsciously I may forget.
It be buried under there. That's the thing. Like, and I don't even know if it was like everything that you said. It wasn't even that everything you said was stuff I heard, or I didn't even say that to the person. They was just like, that stuff you already know or something. But it's like the information be buried underneath so much stuff. We're all like basically always reading, always watching podcasts. We're taking in a lot of information. Sometimes maybe that piece of information you may currently need in your life is buried under all that stuff that you've been learning. So when somebody says something that sparks a thought, it brings that information from up under all of that and brings it back to the top. Like, oh yeah, this is actually like important. Like I need to remember this, you know? And so that's what I feel like the benefit of our talks are, and like book club, and just when we all talk together is, it's like that constant like planting those seeds, you know? Like instead of just hearing it one time, I'm grateful that I have y'all to like hear certain things, you know, multiple times, you know?
Vice versa. No, it's crazy. And I'm gonna let you go, Trey, but I just wanted to say, I was thinking about that on my way here. I was like, it's really people that really don't have nobody around them. Like that was me at one point. I was an entrepreneur and getting into the business world, but I didn't really have people around me that was pushing me and helping me grow. So I'm so thankful that I got y'all to help hold me accountable and keep me on track and stuff.
Definitely. For sure. I posted on my threads. I'm on threads.
Hey, add me to
Zell put me on threads one time and I was like, oh, this y'all lit.
No, for real.
I just be tweeting random stuff. I was talking about how a wet doorknob irritates me, bro. It grinds my gears. Dry your hands. That just irritates me. But yeah, I definitely said something on my threads. I was saying how I'm just grateful that my circle and me moving to Atlanta was probably one of the best decisions that I ever made. Just because I know I'm going to have Zell to hold me accountable. If I keep saying the same thing, he's going to be like, bro, I'm not trying to hear it no more. Or you're going to say something, or Jada's going to say something, or it's just all of us. We're all going to point what we may not see in the moment that we're doing. And so it just holds us accountable. It pushes us to grow. Sometimes I'm I can be in my comfort zone and I have to get uncomfortable to shoot this podcast. I may not feel like shooting in a moment, but I know I'm a key when I get on here.
Right.
So it's just definitely, I'm appreciative of y'all, and it's great to be back. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So that's definitely my thing. And even the whole thing of what you were saying of just having to relearn something or, continue to study something. A lot of times, you may hear something. Prime example, when I was younger, I used to be like, I can't wait till I grow up. I can't wait till I get older. My aunt would say, don't say that, enjoy your younger years. I may not have understood it like that before. I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear what you're talking about. But now I'm like, oh, snap.
No, for real.
Crazy. Being adult is ghetto. I'm just like, paying them bills and all like.
That part.
Yo, so yeah, that's definitely my thing. You may not have heard something the first time clearly as you hear it the next time in the season that you're in, when you actually experience it and when you actually need it in that moment. So you may hear something one time, it may not resonate. Second time you hear it, and then it's like, oh snap, I get what they were saying because I'm in this moment. I'm experiencing this right now in my life. So that's definitely something that's good. I like that.
Hey, you know what I like? Man, I like how you guys have always just wanted to get better and be consistent. If you think about where we started, like nobody knew about podcasts and nobody, we didn't know anything. You know what I'm saying? So just to see the growth from each person, it's a beautiful thing. And I know that we're gonna continue to elevate, thrive, and grow.
Period.
But, yeah, let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing it.
I miss y'all too.
I really feel like we're back. Like I feel like all of us came back with a new energy.
Definitely.
I definitely have more to talk about. I feel like there's some things that I overcame while I was gone mentally, things that it's like me spending time with my family helped remind me like this isn't just for me. This isn't just impact. I got family waiting for me. I got family I'm trying to help out. I got people that's benefiting off my fruits and my labor,
That part.
My son, he diapers. That's what I was thinking.
I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
Hey, yo. But nah, in fact, that's definitely what I was thinking of. My little brother is watching me, bro. My, my granddad, my grandmom, they all with him. My grandmom, she was just saying, I'm not gonna say that because I don't know if she want me to share that. But she was just saying how she wanted to produce something, a product, and I was just
my grandma too.
She was like, at my age, I'm gonna be successful, and at your age and your time right now, you're gonna be successful. She was like, we're gonna be successful together. I was like, so it's just. When she said that, I'm like, dang, I really got to stay on my stuff because I got to help her out, to make her dreams come true before, it's the end. So that's really thing. I feel as though everything is a mental game because I noticed, I don't know if we should talk about this yet, but the whole thing of the video that Dave posted on his Instagram.
Oh yeah,
that happened too, and that junk had me in a rut a little bit.
We'll talk about it.
I feel like I really feel like it's so much more we can still talk about. For real, like me, for real.
Because there's some things I was thinking, I'm like, dude, I need to talk about this on the podcast.
Yeah. Every time I'm like, I gotta talk about this. Right. Nah, facts, but yeah, definitely. It's just we can't stop. We already in it now. It's no going back at this point. So moving forward, where do we go from here? No Alicia Keys.
I like that. Ladies first.
Well, what do you mean? Like, what's next?
Right. Yeah, what's next for y'all personally? Maintaining life, the curveballs that come your way, all that.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
What's next? It's so much that's going through my head. Okay,
you got something? Oh, you got something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll say I definitely feel like I've entered a new chapter. I've went through a threshold. And so right now I say, and we kind of talked about this too. I think what's next for me is I want to start learning more about God. Not just the word, but understanding my faith more, learning more about my faith. And so doing more like intentional like Bible studies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also studying like the areas that I know I fall short in my business, studying those. So I told y'all how I want to kind of go back to how I did things during COVID when I was I spent a lot of time just learning things, right? Like trying to grow in different areas and stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to do, but not spend as much time because I don't have that at the moment. But definitely focusing on doing a lot of studying and implementing. So not just taking in the information, but with each thing I learn, I want to ask myself the question, okay, how can you implement this right now? And so I'll say that is what I'm focused on. Finally moving, which I'm really
Yes.
finally moving, and I really want to get in my content bag.
Yeah.
For real. I've been seeing how even I just need to learn how to do it on all 3 platforms, but even just by me being consistent on Ellis So & Co Instagram, how much attention it's been bringing to like my course and different things like that. Before, my Facebook group was more diverse. I had people from like all over the world in there, but my sewing Instagram was primarily Houston, Atlanta, and New York. Now I've been literally getting people like Indian designers, Spanish designers, Scotland designers. I've been getting all of these people like following the page because I've been like putting more content on my sewing company page. And so if I just do that for all my platforms, it just feels like a lot, but I really want to do it. If I do that, if I do that for all 3 social medias, then I feel like it would be like really, really good for me. So definitely locking in on content and just getting this launch done. So
And you making money on, so
period.
social media manager.
No, for real. And see, that's why I'm like, I'm so happy I created something for God to bless. That course literally just like being able to wake up and see, somebody,
I'm making money right now.
like, see, somebody bought the course. I don't have to do nothing else. Like, the course is done.
Like, isn't that crazy? The thing you've been procrastinating on the most is something that's helping you out so much.
So where can people find the course?
So this is a course for fashion designers. If you're interested in getting into couture fashion design, you can go to my Ellis So & Co Instagram, and the link is in the bio. Through my link tree, but at the very top it should say "Purchase the Ultimate Draping Course." And so,
y'all go shop.
Definitely.
It's giddy.
So that's what's next.
For me, I will say definitely content. I don't know why, but I feel more passionate about content. Like I've always been like a content creator, but now I just feel more content-y. Like I literally think in content. Like,
you should make a shirt that says "Wise Content."
Ooh,
that would be dope.
I like that.
That would be hard.
Yeah,
I like that.
That would be cute.
That would be cute.
Definitely.
So definitely getting in my content bag more. Like I said before, the whole storytelling thing, I'm definitely going to start doing that. I have so many great ideas. And something else. Remember the episode? Well, yeah, you were there and you were there. What I did with David, the interrogation episode.
Yeah.
Remember he was like, so you got a clothing brand. I don't see nobody wearing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, well, I don't really care about clothes. I more so care about the content.
Yeah.
Right? But I realized I can tie content with clothes.
Yes.
And if I tie them together, it makes me want to produce clothes, because the more clothes I produce, the more content I can create. Right?
You just reminded me something David taught before.
What?
He said something about how that's what made him go to the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Is by
I
tying
remember that.
content and the gym together. And that made him want to go more.
That's good.
So I realized I may not like clothes in and of itself, but I like the content that comes with it. I like what I can do, having the models and coming up with concepts.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. So when I think of that, I'm like, oh, I got to drop these clothes.
Nah, for sure.
So that's something else I realized when I was gone, and something I'm about to start doing now. And also working on myself more mentally and my relationship with God as well.
And the gym thing, we started that.
And the gym thing. Yes. And I got to go get my gym membership after this. I realized I've been so busy. Well, yeah, busy to the point where it's like I'll spend time with God in the mornings and night, but it's not intentional
Same.
as it used to be.
Yeah.
It's more so of a, okay, good, I read my Bible verse for the day. I read the chapter for the day. I'm good. But it's like God doesn't want like you to say what's up and leave. No, he wants you to talk to him and spend intentional time.
Exactly.
And so I have to get back to doing that. And it's crazy because I realize when I'm not spending that intentional time with him, I start to notice it in my personal life. I start to see, I haven't been spending as much time as I should be with God because I'm starting to feel a way in this area.
Yeah.
I start to feel like a little weird in this area. You know, I'm starting to struggle with this again.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm not filling myself up with that word as I used to. It's like, imagine driving a car with no gas. That's how it feels sometimes when you're not spending intentional time with God. And so that's something else I'm about to get back to doing too.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that.
I like that. I'm definitely trying to get in the gym and actually stay consistent with it, not letting myself get back to a point where, because when I go low, as far as mentally, I go low. Like, and I really sit there in that moment and I have to build myself back up. And so I'm tired of getting to that point where I have to build myself back up. And what's crazy is during that time when I was in Jamaica, I was getting a lot of like, are you okay? This and that. A lot of messages of like, are you okay? You know, just checking in on you. And I'm like, why is everybody texting me this? Somebody was saying to somebody that I'm like, I appreciate, they were saying that, like, you know, keep your faith in God, bring all your problems and your difficulties to him. And so I'm like, dang, that must be a sign. Because why is everybody just randomly texting me about, am I okay? And I'm on vacation. Like, I'm okay. So yeah, that was definitely something that was an eye opener. Is I honestly think we should do probably Bible study if we can on a book club.
That would be cool.
Incorporate that a little bit because we all have to do it. So
we should.
Might as well include
That's
that.
That's a
in
good
there.
idea.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so I'm thinking of that, and then just really honing in on my business and just going hard as far as content. I'm starting to, I don't know, about the whole thing of me changing, even just my clothes, everything. I want to change differently. I want to stop doing the same thing.
Like, I'm ready to enter a new era.
Yes.
Like, I'm ready to like elevate
I
in
just
so
feel
many
it.
ways.
It's just in me. I just want to do something
exactly.
different.
It's like I feel it so strongly. It's like it literally feels like there is something trying to pull me up to the next level, and I'm becoming aware of like, I don't want to talk about it on the right now, but I'm becoming aware of the things that, okay, you're being pulled to this next level, but these are the last few things that's holding you back. These are the last few things that's holding you back. You're not going to be able to fully get up there until you let these things go. And I just feel it. Like, I feel like I'm about to just let it all go.
I'm saying.
No, the other day I literally woke up at 4 a.m. with a strong feeling like, oh, something about to happen. Like, like something great is about to happen.
Literally.
And then that whole day, I was so creative that whole day. It's like God woke me up and said, bro,
Get
it's
up.
about to happen.
Get up.
I just felt him say, it's about to happen. Get ready. And so when I think of that, it's like, okay, if I'm gonna be on another level, I need everything. Like, you know, the Bible verse that says, to whom much is given, much is required. And so I'm like, not only do I want my business on a new level, but I want to be on a new level too. Mentally, spiritually, I want everything to elevate.
Exactly.
You can't have all these finances. You got bad skin, or no offense to anybody like that, but you got bad skin.
With God,
your relationship is bad.
Insecure,
you out of shape.
Like, that's not
all
success.
of that. Yeah, that's not success within itself. So it's just, I'm just having a strong urge, and even with my content, I'm just, bro, it's getting boring. I don't want to keep posting a clip, posting a public interview. What other question can I ask besides, what would you do with your last 30 days? Yes, that question is important because it's almost as if to think, move with a sense of urgency. But what other questions that I can ask that can really like pull somebody and remember, like make them remember, like, I remember that question, or, you know, different things like that. So just wanting to be different, wanting to stop sitting in my comfort zone of going here, doing the same things, and it can get so boring. I want to do more, bro. I really want to do more. I really just want to step outside my comfort zone and just
it's like
grow.
It feels like we're in a place where much is required.
Yeah.
And you feel where you are going. You feel where you're being pulled to, but you know a lot is required. But it's not like, oh, I don't want to do it. You actually have this urge and desire, like I want to do all that's required to get to that.
But then you got to overcome who you are now, and that's the difficult part.
That's
and you know what you said,
challenge.
how you were like, your mind is going to arrive there first before you do.
Yeah.
And so I literally have been intentional about, I continue to keep taking my mind where I'm about to go, because I know that I am so close.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like for real.
Yeah, and that's why it's just something in me that really wants to really cultivate a new version of myself. I want to be the best in every area. Everything that I commit to, that's what I want to be good at. I want to be good in podcasting. I want to be good as a graphic designer.
Great.
I want to be amazing, impeccable. I want people to remember me. You feel me? Not even people. I want me to remember me. I want me to know who I am. I want me to have that impact and have that that peace of mind that I actually overcame my obstacles that I faced.
Exactly.
I don't want to continue, having these moments where I'm very consistent. Some knocks me down and then I'm back, trying to build myself back up. So I really just want to get to the next version of myself. I really want to meet the new me. You feel me? So that's really where I'm at with things, and just not tolerating the same things. If I don't like something, speak about it. Say it. I'm not like, don't be scared to speak on what you don't like, because people are only going to treat you how you allow them how you allow them to treat you. And if you tolerate the same things, you're going to keep getting the same exact outcome.
Exactly.
So it's just, I'm really want to move past who I am. You can't treat me the same. The same person you met before is not the same person you're going to meet again.
Price went up.
So price went up, respect went up. You're going to respect me. You're going to put some respect on my name. So it's just, I'm really in a different mode, and I want to stay there, and I want to keep maintaining it. So that's where I got
that
you guys
part.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. The next couple of months, I just want to focus on like not making excuses for myself.
Yeah,
really just getting the job done. Like, I've really been trying to just focus on like get my debt down.
Yeah.
That's very important. I'm trying to be debt free.
That part.
Going into
will be.
That's what I was gonna say. You will be
debt free. I will be. I like that. But yeah, I just been really trying to get out of a slump with content. Instagram's constantly changing. It's like it's very annoying. It's a job now, and as creators, we spend a lot of time on like one video. It might flop. That gets depressing. So it's like, dang, I know them 3,000 followers. I know y'all saw this post, but it's like stuff like that. Just not making excuses for myself. Really just sticking to the goals and tasks that I set for myself. That's what I'm shooting for. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Just being consistent, not making excuses, and getting the job done.
That's great.
Yeah.
Hey, Yeety.
Got it.
Oh, we're gonna be out here in Miami.
Yup.
Nah, for sure. We're gonna be doing a link up out there or whatever. So stay tuned.
Follow the Growing Painz
Yes.
page.
Please.
Do we got the text list going still?
Yeah.
Oh, do y'all want to tell them what we had in mind?
For what?
Remember what we changed it to, the new activity for Miami?
Probably not yet until we.
Confirm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Next
stay
episode.
tuned, man. Just join the text club.
Yeah, text
sure.
group. Follow us on Instagram. We're gonna keep y'all updated, all that stuff. So yeah, let them know where they can find you, where they can find the next drop.
Wise Label, you see it. Yep, you can support my brand, Wise Label. You can follow me, Yanni Bradshaw.
Let's go. And you can follow me at Roy Travion. For all content creators, if y'all looking for designs, editing, all that stuff, you could hit up Royalty Made It without a Y. ROYALTMADEIT. Go ahead.
And y'all can follow my personal page at I am Jada Ellis and my fashion brand at Jael Official.
Let's get it, y'all. Y'all can follow me on all platforms at Legendary Zell. All right.
Let's get it. Big legendary.
Bye,
See ya. Ski.